Massachusetts has neighbors with such vibrant personalities, iconic images instantly spring to mind. Maine, lobsters, of course. Vermont, classic village greens. Rhode Island, cliffside mansions. New Hampshire, mountain vistas that go on forever. And lastly, there is Connecticut.
Connecticut? Anyone? Anyone? Test, test. This thing working?
That's right. In the eyes of many, Connecticut is as much New York's suburb as true New England state. That area on the map you go through to get somewhere else. And the view from the highway is, to be generous, not the most exciting. Then again, perhaps you've never driven with Nathan Nunez.
There is tons down here.
Nunez is among those who think his state deserves a second look.
I mean, and I'm from Boston, but the more I found out about stuff down here, it was crazy.
Indeed, a discerning eye reveals a tiny state teeming with hidden wonderments, destinations eminently worthy of a pilgrimage, and folks intent on keeping the nut in the nutmeg state. In fact, it's no great leap to think of Connecticut as one giant curiosity cabinet. Tonight, Chronicle explores the radical proposition that Connecticut isn't nearly as boring as some of us think.
And it's a great mix of that colonial history with some really strange stuff.
This is Chronicle on WCVB Channel 5.
We begin our exploration of Connecticut curiosities in the rural village of Woodstock, where something wondrous has risen up in the middle of the woods.
It's unique. It's one of a kind.
If this medieval castle is one of a kind, so too is its keeper.
Welcome to my castle, where magic happens every day.
That's right, my lord.
Chris Mark is lord of the manor, and he embraces the role with a kingly gusto.
How art thou?
A lot of the women dress up, as princesses and wear tiaras, and we have like big dinners here. We have a lot of fun.
The dress-up may be make-believe, but the Chris Mark Castle is as close to the real deal as America gets. A mix of architectural salvage from European castles and churches, and components manufactured in Mark's own factory.
I enjoy making stuff that's complicated.
The heir to a Chicago steel fortune, Mark made his mark manufacturing highly detailed miniature models.
So it gave me the ability to make almost anything, because when you can make it in miniature, it's actually easier to make it in large.
Mark says he built his castle for his daughters, who love to dress up as princesses. But now they're off to college, and Mark has decided it's time to hang up his crown. Curious how much a medieval castle goes for these days? We'll be back in a bit to dive deeper into the many mysteries of the Chris Mark Castle. For now, a journey back in time. And a dramatic rescue.
And had I not stepped in, most of this would have ended up in a dumpster.
Hidden away in this storage unit in Groton, Connecticut, the life's work of the late Elizabeth Taschgian.
Welcome to the Museum of Nut Art.
Better known as the Nut Lady.
Nuts can be so beautiful if looked around.
So this is the idea that people ignore nuts. My theory is that they ignore both the physical nut and also the people who are deemed nuts.
Chris Steiner is a professor of art history at Connecticut College. When Elizabeth Taschgian died in 2007, Steiner convinced Connecticut College to step in and save her collection of paintings, sculptures, and rare nuts.
This is Elizabeth's signature key object to the museum. It's called a Coco de Mer.
The collection has had 5 exhibits since Elizabeth's passing. Interest shows no sign of fading.
As Elizabeth used to say, when you put the word nut and museum together, people are immediately interested.
Elizabeth Tastian's passion for nuts was undoubtedly real, but Steiner believes she may have been playing one for the camera.
Not a nut, no. And she played with the idea that she was a nut. I mean, she exploited all the meanings of the word nut.
Wow, and Chronicle visited the Nut Museum many times over the years when it was still open, and Elizabeth was a repeat guest on the Johnny Carson show, and she also appeared on Letterman and Leno.
She was very famous in her own right. And back to the kind of crazy castle in the woods. It's been on and off the market for sale over the years. Chris is conflicted. He loves it so much he hates to give it away, but it is back on the market now. More on the asking price in a little bit.
All right, up next, curious finds at an oddity shop.